You know why we're here. Cold hard cash. Money on the table to take. Hi guys, and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester, and today I'm going to be walking you through the crypto markets. First things first, we're going to talk about Bitcoin here on the short-term time frame. Then, just about then, we're going to go through to the mid-term, the 4 hours, see what we got going on there, because we were thinking about the idea of this high low getting invalidated yesterday, and we actually did invalidate it, guys. We did, and now it's come back up. So basically, this is pretty much near another confirmed lower high. Nearly. We're waiting on that. But yeah, we're going to get to that in a bit more detail. Once we're done with the midterm, straight to the longer term time frame. Not really that much going on here for the longer term. We pretty much know what's going on, right? So yeah, once we're done with that, I'm going to try to breeze through Bitcoin fairly quickly, and then we can basically get through to some real dirty, filthy altcoins, right? Because that's that's where the money is right now, right? So yeah, let's without further ado, let's go through to some shout outs and see who we got in the chat this fine Friday morning. And yeah, it's Friday, guys. Hope you had a good week, or a good working week in a sense. And yeah, hope you've got a lovely weekend planned ahead of you, right? I'm not really sure what I'm doing as of yet, but plans I'm sure will arise. I do have some work to do as well, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, anyway, enough about me. Leader Crypto, Here Optimist, Tom, Simon, Zanataman, sorry man, I'm trying to say your name. It's a different alphabet, right? We got Hadra Salim, we got Lauren in the chat, we got the local man coming through there. We've got Zan, we've got Jimmy, we got Anika, we've got Phoenix, and we got George as well. Come on, let's go to the goddamn moon, all of you. Amazing stuff. To appreciate you coming by on this fine Friday morning. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. I actually went long on Bitcoin fairly early this morning, right? Well, not fairly early, it was around like 7-8 o'clock. I went long, not on this candle body close from this. Let me just take a step back, right? The reasoning why I went long, we do have a falling wedge chart pattern, guys. We're talking about a descending triangle yesterday here, but obviously we did see this price action to the downside. The descending triangle chart pattern that we were looking for was like this, right? And we were looking for some sort of break to the downside like so, right? Didn't quite get that, unfortunately, but you can see we did see that pretty aggressive price action there, basically forming a massive, lovely, cheeky level of support coming through there. Nice stuff coming through. And then from there, you can see big bounce. We saw a big bounce to the upside, very, very nice indeed. And now we're looking for a nice big breakout to the upside. Fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed. BTC is technically exploding over the last what, like 10 hours? Yeah, around 10 hours, we have seen a really quite explosive volume coming through here for bullish price action coming through for Bitcoin, right? Now, that as the support that we were looking for here has actually created a falling wedge chart pattern, guys. Falling wedges, we know what they do. They tend to usually break to the upside, right? So we're looking for the break to the upside. Why the hell not, right? This is going to be the move to the upside, guys. The measure move that we're looking for is going to be something along the lines of this. It's going to be something along the lines of this, maybe considerably a bit big. I think that was the measure move from the descending triangle that we were looking at there. Now, in terms of percentages, guys, it's not small. It's around a 4.25% on the table. At this point in time, I did get in, as I was just discussing a second ago, before I jumped the gun too early without describing the pattern I was going for, right? I was going to get in on some sort of candle body close from this break here, but unfortunately, you can see this horizontal coming through from the level of support on this wick, from that really, really bullish candle that we did witness a while back. I think we were live on stream when that happened. Yeah, very, very bullish candle coming through there from this area. So we know this is a very, very crucial level of support. And we didn't actually see the candle body close over that, right? So that actually said to me, you know what? It was really early this morning. I was looking at it. I was like, do I enter? And no, I didn't enter until we actually saw the further candle body close, right? Because we did instantly see big resistance off what would have been our first take profit there, which is I guess slightly annoying. But then we actually got down to the lower side of this trend line here. And this was like the confirmation for my entry, right? Above all major moving averages, they're all slanted up. They're all looking quite good there. We closed still in the breakout zone, still in the breakout scenario, and with enough room to have our first take profit at this zone here, right? So we did, banging it up there, made a cheeky, not sure how much that was, right? It has, I am stopped out now, guys, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Made a 0.37% to start off first take profit. Second take profit hit around 1%, right? And that happened literally imminently, and that's why we're a little bit later to the stream today. But yeah, so yeah, I made a cheeky like 1% this morning, so not too bad, right? Not too bad for a Friday so far. Not too bad for a Friday, but hey, 1% a day, you're gonna be making cold hard cash by the end of the year. What is happening? You'll be making cold hard cash by the end of the year if you do 1% a day, guys. That's pretty good stuff, right? Especially that's the spot trade as well. And I know you guys are leverage junkies. But yeah, what basically happened now, we basically hit one take profit, two take profit, all good stuff coming through. And then imminent rejection to the downside again off this filthy, I don't know what the hell this candle's doing here. We're coming up, we're coming down, we're all around here. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where this candle actually closes. And yeah, the state of the candle, the state of the actual price of where we're going to go now, whether we're actually going to curl over here and actually trend down like so, and then probably have a breakdown back inside that falling wedge chart pattern, and then we're basically going to be having this as like a trap zone here. But this is just a very key example of why we stagger our take profits, guys, because yes, there is 4% on the table. But to be reversed on and stuff like that, we need to basically plan for that. Like, if I'd have left that on the table, I'd have basically given back 1% of my profits. And, like, we're not here to do that, right? It's better to be safe than sorry. And it's going to be very interesting to see if this does actually reject here, which is going to be very interesting to see how that does actually play out. Is there going to be another entry? There may be, guys. There may be. What I really would be looking for another entry now, because, as I said, I've already made, like, 1%. So what I'm really looking for is to come down here, test this trend line again with the 10 simple, right? I want the 10 simple moving average, right? The 10 simple SMA to come up, say hello, and give us a very nice candle body close on that, a nice bounce level of support. And then we could talk about another way to the upside, right? With that being said, let's not forget where we are on the longer term time frame, guys. We're on a very, very, very crucial point here of rejection here. So it's very interesting to see how this is going to play out as well, because we're going to be using this as a piece of information. If we are going to be getting in again, we're going to be using it as a take profit point. We're going to be using it as a take profit point from where we actually hit before, and hopefully if we can break out from that and get the breakout as well on the longer term time frame, then yes, there is going to be potential another scaling coming through there. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, right? It's going to be interesting to see how that does actually plan out. But yeah, I'm sure we'll see some nice price action coming through on the stream today. But yeah, let's carry on with the short term time frame and see what's good coming through here, because in terms of volume, yes, yesterday we were talking about the idea of us trending down here. We were trending down quite a lot, right? We were trending down quite a lot here in the volume, and that obviously instigates some sort of breakout in the price there. What do you know? Breakout in the price there. So it's just a very nice, fine example in terms of a bit of education there for you guys. We've got so the chat's quite quiet today, guys. 8 of you, 19 of you watching as well. And 8 likes. Unbelievable, guys. You've killed it with the 8 likes. I do appreciate those likes coming through. Obviously, it does help out the channel tremendously, right? Now, let's have a little look at what we got coming through here, because there is potentially... Oh, there is. Welcome. It's a bearish divergence, guys. Potential for a bearish divergence coming through. Obviously, we do have a high here on the RSI and then a lower high on the RSI here. But you can see, in terms of the live price chart, we've got a high above this high here on the RSI. So it basically means we're going to be having some sort of bearish divergence coming through as this progresses. I mean, obviously, we've still got 12 minutes left in the candle, and we know Bitcoin, anything can goddamn happen. So it's not officially confirmed as of yet, but this is what I would be looking for the sign of a bit of rejection there, guys. So yes, here, Optimus, busy working, just having you in my ear. That's good, man. I'm in your ear. But yeah, also, just choking out here. But yeah, also, a shout out to the people that just have me like on like podcast sort of thing, right? Because I know people do that. Because I used to do that quite a lot when I was on working in construction and stuff like that. So You need to check out PMAN, says George. Yeah, man, I'm sure we can do some altcoin requests coming through fairly shortly, right? But yeah, in terms of trend cycles coming through for the MACD, in terms of looking for a prediction for the future, this is something that we can be looking for, guys, because you can see, obviously, we do have this high coming through. Maybe we could do something like that. Maybe. Not the nicest confirmation in the world. I would actually probably like to go from this high, not that high there. It's a bit too steep in my opinion. But yeah, we'll go from this high and have this as like a fresh trend cycle, because you've obviously got all this noise in the middle there as well. And you can see there's not really that much going on in terms of uptrends here. But this basically tells us for the next sort of strong uptrend that we do have in the future there, maybe maybe next week coming through there, then this is obviously going to be a very key resistance point for us to be looking out for there, guys. Very key resistance point for us to be looking out for there, which is going to be really quite interesting, right? And yeah, we're definitely going to be using this to our advantage. And the fact that you can see it's not really that steep. Like sometimes we do have these and they're quite like that, right? And it basically shows that these are coming to the end within a few days or so. You can see this one that we've got here. This is actually going to be valid for until we get to that central point. It's actually going to be valid till 16th of February, guys. So that's obviously a very long time ahead, right? It's like what, 12 days or something along the lines of that. So yeah, we've got a lot of points of reference there for any sort of big Bitcoin pump coming through there in terms of a nice trend reversal, for example, there, something along the lines of that, right? So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that does play out over the next sort of week, 2 weeks or so. But yeah, definitely a piece of information that we can be using here, guys. Definitely a piece of information that we can be using, right? Oh, goodness me. So in terms of Hadra Salim saying, is it called a double top? Technically not, because they're not horizontal, right? Double tops tend to usually be horizontal, and we would ideally like a bit more of a pullback in between. So like if you were going to have a double top like this, this is more of a healthy double top, like along the lines of that, right? To call it a double top in like what, 4 candles time, I wouldn't really be using that as sort of a chart pattern coming through there. If you are jumping down to the shorter term time frames, yes, obviously it is going to be a bit more inclusive, but still we're not quite there in terms of the horizontal level of support, right? I know it is a test, but yeah, it's not the most confirmed thing in the world, right? Especially like double tops and double bottoms, they're not like the most solid chart pattern. I know you can use it as a piece of information, because I do stress that quite a lot, guys. Use as much as you can, but yeah, you see what I'm trying to say there. But yeah, we need it really horizontal, and for the short term time frame, we need a bit more gauge to really get some sort of price prediction coming through there for that. But yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the midterm time frame here for BTC, because guys, you can see we are where are we? We bounced pretty cleanly on the Fibonacci retracement of the 0.236 here, guys, and you can see the support that we have actually banged up from that, which is quite interesting, right? Because obviously this is a Fibonacci retracement of the downtrend, the most recent macro sort of downtrend that we've got coming through for BTC here. And we are actually finding quite nice levels of support actually coming through and tapping these Fibonacci retracement lines coming through here. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this is going to carry on reacting here, because unfortunately, as we were discussing yesterday here, we know the state of this uptrend that we have got here, right? Since the 24th of January, we have been in this quite nice uptrend coming through here. We've been setting highs here quite nicely here. We've been setting higher lows here. It's actually been really quite progressive. We haven't validated lower highs here. So yeah, it's been really quite nice here. But as discussing yesterday, we have got this coming down quite abruptly, right? And that was the key area to be looking for. This Fibonacci retracement at the 0.236 there, in terms of invalidating this higher low here, guys. We've invalidated this high low, and what does that tell us? It tells us that there is a sign that selling pressure is basically coming through here really quite strong. Really quite strong here, and that basically is an indication that we're likely to set a lower high here and come down and test this low again, right? So yeah, it's definitely something to be keeping an eye on there, guys, because obviously if we are going to see a lower high get formed here, then we're basically going to see resistance from this major trend line play out here. Obviously, from this humongous crash on the 20th of January, you can see the resistance we've got from this zone here. Really, really strong, right? Really, really strong. So if we are going to find that again, the least thing that I would expect is to come down to the Fibonacci retracement here on that level of support and test that that higher low scenario yet again, right? For the confirmation to the upside, what I want here, as we were just discussing on the short-term time frame, lovely, lovely long position coming through there on the micro here. But here on more of the macro, not quite the macro, because obviously that's the longer-term time frames. But coming through here, guys, I want to see a nice congruent breakout from this trend line here. If we are going to see that amazing stuff coming through there, then we can have price targets from the trend line from the all-time high, right? And the all-time high is obviously sat around 69K there. So yeah, you can see this trend line coming down like so, bang, 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 looking pretty progressive, right? Is that from the all-time high? No, it's not. What is going on here? I'm thinking about the one from bear with me, guys. I'm thinking about the one from the longer term time frame. So yeah, let's weigh that up again, because this is going to be the trend line from 51,000, right? And we can see obviously big resistance coming through every time we've tested that. So yeah, the stars are aligning for rejection coming through here. So we're definitely going to be using that as a form of a take profit, right? If we are going to be longing, guys, we're going to be using that as a form as a take profit. But yeah, let's just please don't forget, guys. Look at back to the long term ever so quickly. We're still in a filthy downtrend. We're still not even clearing a 0.236 here on the daily Fibonacci retracement, right? We're still not even broken out of that trend line. So we are still bearish, guys. We're still bearish. We're just very talented in the fact that we can trade these markets up, down, left, right, side, and side, and we can continuously make money, right? I wouldn't go as far as talented, but educated is probably more the word. But yeah, so it's nice to be able to make money whichever way the market is going, right? And that's a very, very key thing about learning technical analysis, and that's why I do what I do to basically teach you guys to help, right? We've got Simon coming through saying he's grafting and listening. Nice to see there, Simon. Do love the graft on a Friday. So you're doing your carpentry work out there. We've got George. Where in the UK are you from? Just up from Bristol, bro. Just up from Bristol, but originally born in Oxford and brought up in the countryside of Oxford. Hence the really posh accent, right? The cliche UK southerner. We've got Slothbag coming through there saying, hi, friend. Nice to see you on the stream there, man. We got Jimmy coming through. Interesting. We are trending opposite to NASDAQ, usually correlative. Yeah, it is quite interesting as well. And guys, did you see Facebook stock this week? Oh my God, absolutely tanking it. And the reasoning for that is it like retraced like 20% or something crazy. And obviously we know Facebook stock's been doing famously well over the last 5 years or something stupid like that. So yeah, it's quite interesting to see how see a big 20% correction there for Facebook stock, and it's primarily due to them investing $10 billion in the production of the metaverse, right? And what does that tell us? That tells us that that it's going to be unreal, right? It's going to be unreal. There's a lot of people at the moment talking about the metaverse and saying there's a lot of people talking about the metaverse at the moment and saying like that they're just being really negative about it online and stuff like that. And it's like, I get you're being negative because it's obviously new tech and people like they turn their nose up until it's like the thing, right? Until it's popular. So I think the narrative at the moment is to just to slate on it and be negative towards it. But for me personally, I'm a massive believer in the metaverse, and I won't shy away from that. I'll tell anyone that. Have you seen Ready Player One? How insane does that look? Granted, yes, we do need the 360 treadmills and all that stuff for it to really work to our advantage here. And yeah, it's gonna be really, really cool when that does actually launch properly, right? Properly, because at the moment, like Decentraland and stuff like that, obviously it's not it's not really that great. So there's a lot more to go. Hence the $10 billion investment. But it's just quite an interesting reflection on the Facebook stock hodlers in a sense, having 20% like a 20% correction in the chart because it just shows that a lot of people like that aren't actually believing in it, which is really, really fascinating, right? And if you think back to, I remember someone said to me when I was at school, this is years and years and years ago now, but someone said to me when I was at school, it was one of the teachers, right? They were complaining about mobiles. They were like, oh, why have you got a mobile? That's never going to be a thing. And they were like, oh, I'm never getting a mobile and all this stuff. And it's like, right, okay, now look at the future. We've got literally a second brain in our pocket, right? So yeah, it's interesting how the narrative will change and how people will start favoring the metaverse in the future, right? I just think we are still quite a little bit away, right? Jimmy B says, Meta Casino, come on, Chester, let's get it. Come on, bro. Yeah, gonna be launching the coin for that next week. It's gonna be really cool. The sooner I learn TA like our Chester, the sooner I can get out of the crap job. Yes, sir. That's pretty much what I did. Study, study, study. But yeah, anyway, and I see you are putting in the work, Simon. So yeah, good stuff, man. Do appreciate it. Hadra Salim says, Hadra says, Metaverse and Web 3.0, 100. Yeah, I do agree, right? But anyway, let's should we just smash this out and then because I did go on off a bit of a tangent there, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, let's go through and just carry on with BTC, right? So what's happening here? Is Windows News coming up? Oh, hello, Windows News. Thank you very much. Thank you. Can you go now? There we go. But yeah, anyway, let's carry on. So we do have obviously have the big resistance coming through here from these trend lines that we were just talking about, guys, and also the high-low invalidation coming through as well. So if we don't break this high here around 39,222 there, then it's likely that we're gonna actually see a lower high get set and then continuation down, right? So key areas to be looking out for today, guys, is the congruent breakout of this trend line, and obviously the breakout of this falling wedge here on the shorter term time frame, and then obviously the break of one at this Fibonacci retracement coming through on the 0.382 there, and also the break of this high as well, right? If we can get above here, hello, there's going to be a lot of money, right? There's going to be a lot of money on the table for us to take. Us TA guys are going to be milking it, right? We're going to be making cold, hard cash. You know the measure move for this is going to be 18% to the upside, right? Really, really quite progressive here. Really, really quite nice, right? Metaverse sucks. There's nothing new. Just an avatar waiting in a lobby with your name. It's nothing yet. It's nothing yet. It will progress in the future. Like it will really, really progress, right? You can do anything in there. If you think about it like land and stuff in our world now, if you can do anything in the metaverse, if they make that possible, through if you've seen Ready Player One, the film, right? I think they will make a lot of things possible, and then it will be a case of like, because obviously land is a problem here in obviously the planet. We're running out of land and stuff like that. In the metaverse, obviously it's all digital, so you can be like, oh, I'll just spawn another planet and have like a gaming planet or an estate agent planet or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So you can put anything on its own planet and have unlimited space. So yeah, there's a lot of factors and stuff like that. But obviously we need the whole ecosystem to be built inside the metaverse for this to happen. I've just had a swarm of flies come towards me. It's a bit strange, right? You're too bullish, mate. Dump is coming. You're too bullish, mate. Dump is coming. I hope we bang it, right? I hope we bang it because we can get longs in. But if we don't bang it, hey, we're going to be getting shorts in as well, right? So it's not a problem. To be honest, I'm actually really quite bearish here on the longer term timeframes, right? Like, tell me this isn't a strong downtrend, right? Tell me this isn't going to be a lower high. It's ridiculous. So yeah, it's I love it how people say like I love how people say like the narrative of what like a trader actually is, because like saying I'm bullish, right? I'm bullish on that trade. I'm very bullish on that trade if we have a nice breakout. But in terms of what is actually happening with the markets, right, I'm bearish, right? It's a filthy downtrend, right? 19 likes as well, guys. You're killing it. I see Salam Sadiq pushing the likes there. To appreciate it, man. Second Life was literally the metaverse. Even had BTC transactions in 2011. Cool stuff, right? He hasn't said anything I like yet, says Raylan. Thanks, man. Do appreciate it. Yeah, let's carry on. Waffling on a bit today, guys. So do apologize. But yeah, let's go back to the longer term time frame here, and let's just talk about this, because obviously we haven't cleared the Fibonacci retracement coming through. We've still got the all-time high trend line coming down very, very strong as well. So this is going to be the breakout point to the upside that I would be looking for a lovely cheeky long, 39,100, 200, that sort of area, banging that up, 55 moving average, and also the 0.382 as the Fibonacci retracement coming through from there. So yeah, there's going to be a lovely long coming out of that chart pattern there. So good stuff. But yeah, anyway, Fear and Greed Index 20. Same as yesterday. Yeah, same as yesterday. Still very fearful, guys. And to be honest, we're we're in a filthy downtrend, right? And obviously we know how the markets are reacting here. We know how people are reacting. We're not getting a lot of new investors and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty rough stuff coming through here. Did we just get an hourly candle close? Yes, we did, says Cookies with an attractive mother. I guess. Do the movie man voice for a like. In a world, one man. That's all I'm gonna do. I do want to make my intro some sort of like animation and like a movie trailer or something, like with my voice doing that. I think that'd be really quite cool, I think. Yeah, start of the candle open for the hourly, guys. We're actually seeing a bit of a dump coming through here. I did already get stopped out in this long position anyway, but I already took profit twice, guys. Relax, and I got stopped out at entry. So we all good. We made money, 1%. Bank this morning, we're just under 1%. So yeah, it's all good. But yeah, so at this point in time, in terms of a support point that we could be looking for is 37,777.27. Amazing stuff. If we do lose that, guys, we're going to be looking at a lovely cheeky bounce off the 200 EMA and also the 10 simple. The 10 simple is going to be what I'm looking at for another entry for a long here. If we are going to see a nice bounce off the 10 simple, then I'm going to be looking for a lovely cheeky. It's not going to be huge, guys. It's going to be a little bit of a long coming through there, and then we're going to basically ride that wave up to that first take profit point that we did use from before, and obviously that is going to be the area. Now, enough of Bitcoin, enough of that. Let's do some altcoins, guys. So smash your altcoin requests in the chat, and I will get to them as soon as I can, physically possible. Can you TAOMI, OMI, if you get a chance? Yeah, let me do that for you now, Jimmy, and we'll tell you what. Let me run through my trades ever so quickly, guys, because obviously this is something new that I'm doing. I'm not giving trades. I'm just showing examples of potential positions that we are looking out for here while trading a certain amount of coins, right? So don't let me forget OMI, right? I'm going to put OMI in the chat so I don't forget it, right? So yeah, we're going to be looking at Luna now quickly because obviously we're still waiting for a lovely breakout from this ascending triangle coming through there. So Luna trade still valid there, waiting for that breakout. LRC, let's have a look at what is happening there. Yeah, LRC, I actually did get into a lovely trade, actually. I did get into a trade yesterday coming through there, and you can see this candle body close here that we were looking for out of this falling parallel channel, guys. We were waiting for that candle body close. We made the candle body close there. What is happening? We made the candle body close there, entered a lovely short position coming through, and our first take profit was the volume weighted ATR band and made like 1.69%. Unfortunately, we didn't have continuation down to our second take profit there, and we actually got reversed on and came all the way back up to entry here. But hey, bank that 1.69% profit as we go. Stop loss to entry. You know the score. We're making that paper. So yeah, that's loopring pretty much summed up there in terms of the trade that we were looking for, and now we are pretty much back in that range, right? We're now back in that range. Could be moving trend lines, something along the lines of this now. It's going to be a bit of a broadening wedge coming through, but yeah, there's a couple of scenarios we can be looking for now for loopring, but yeah, we're going to be we might touch on that later, guys. If you're interested, we might touch on that later and see what's good coming through there. But yeah, let's move on to the other trades there. Obviously, we've got falling wedge, potential breakout to the upside there. You can see NEAR is next on the list. Well, you can't see that, but let me write it. NEAR is next on next on the list because that is the trade that we are looking for as well there. You can see symmetrical triangle chart pattern, guys, looking for some sort of breakout here. It is a symmetrical triangle chart pattern at the bottom of a downtrend, and we know what that means. It means it mutates to a bearish pennant chart pattern, guys. Bearish pennant chart pattern usually means continuation to the downside, right? So this is going to be the breakout we are looking for here. If we are going to see humongous dumps to the downside, it's going to be around a 12.76% gain there in terms of a lovely, cheeky, juicy base jump off the Grand Canyon short position there. Very nice stuff indeed that we are going to be looking for, and that is NEAR summed up. Let's jump to the next one, and that is Solana, baby. Solana, baby, coming through there. We are still in a rising parallel channel here, guys, looking for either a breakout to the downside or potential breakout to the upside. The higher that we climb here along this, let me jump to the longer term time frame ever so quickly, because the higher that we do climb here, guys, in terms of this upward sloping bear flag that we got coming through, if we do climb and we do actually claim this area, 116 there, I will be banging along, just because you can see it's going to be a breakout from this range here that we are seeing. We're going to have support of the 55 and also the support on this major trend line here that we've got coming through from this falling parallel channel here for Solana. So yeah, this is going to be a long position. I'm going to be that I'm going to be taking full advantage of if that is going to happen. So yeah, that's what I would say about Solana. Now moving on to OMI for Jimmy. Yeah, I just had to bang out all those the trades that we are looking for at the moment, guys. Obviously, nothing I say is financial advice. Please, please, please go do your own research, right? I'm here to teach you to. Yeah, this guy's back. Hide this user on this channel, right? This guy does not have a life. Yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at no, I'm on the wrong chart, right? OMI. OMI. Oh my god. OMI USD. I guess is this one. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Jimmy. Ecomi. We'll do it on Ascendex. Yeah, we'll do it on Ascendex. Why the hell not, man? Why the hell not? I don't think I've ever done TA on this, so let's zoom the hell out and get some macro data. Now, right here, right now, what I would say, obviously back from June 2021, we have seen a pretty nice uptrend, actually. It's really not doing too bad considering the states of the market. So yeah, well done, and thank you, Jimmy, for requesting this. Nice stuff coming through there, man. You can see, obviously, we do have a low coming through here. We've got higher lows being set continuously, higher lows being set continuously. We did see a high low invalidation here, but obviously this is due to Bitcoin dumping off a cliff, right? So from there, we are seeing actually quite a nice, it's not the biggest uptrend in the world, but we are seeing an uptrend, right? Just because we are setting higher lows continuously again and seeing that progression to the upside, right? So yeah, it's not looking too bad at all, right? So yeah, let's have a little look at this and go from here. So yeah, it's going to be the trend line to the lower side here that we are going to be looking at for a level of support, right? So yeah, if we do see any sort of major dumps to the downside, hello bounce, how are you? We're going to be looking at some sort of level of support bounce coming through here, guys. So yeah, it's definitely something to be looking out for there for OMI. In terms of a potential trade here, you can see we do have a very, very strong level of resistance coming through here as well. So what does this create, guys? We've got higher lows, we've got lows, we've got a horizontal top here. It creates an ascending triangle, right? It's an ascending triangle because the lower trend line is ascending up. If we do have a horizontal on the lower side and the trend line's coming down like that, we're going to be a descending triangle because the top trend line is descending down, right? So you can see this is an ascending triangle. It's actually a bullish pennant chart pattern. It's ascending, right? So ideally, the breakout scenario for OMI here, or Ecomi, is going to be something along the lines of this, right? So yeah, not too bad overall. I would say it is actually quite a bullish chart coming through on the daily, having an ascending triangle chart pattern at the top of an uptrend as well. Not looking too bad at all. Let's have a little look at the 1 hour, see if we can get any data, any data? I don't know why I say that in an American accent, right? We are seeing a micro downtrend coming through on the hourly here. Quite a strong downtrend as well, actually. But as I was saying a second ago, guys, we've still got these high lows here on the macro here to really get over. So yeah, we're fine. We're absolutely fine. It's still looking pretty good. Still in that big macro chart pattern. So yeah, not looking too bad for you there, Jimmy. Let's move on to a next one, and that is going to be. That's going to be Pimon for George, because see, George has been waiting for that since the start of the stream, man. So yeah, I do appreciate you sticking by, man. Polychain Monsters. This is obviously, I presume, I don't know, man. I presume an NFT game here, hosted on the Polygon network, which is obviously, we know, Matic baby. I don't like the look of these candles. Straight off the bat here, George, I don't like the look of these candles. These wicks do imply selling pressure and people cashing out at any sort of opportunity in terms of a pump that they can get, right? Which is not great, right? This is not great. We have seen a pretty big explosion in the price most recently there. Obviously, it is KuCoin, guys, so just brace yourselves. But yeah, this does look heavily either manipulated or there's just people waiting to sell. Let's have a look at the macro and see what's good coming through here. Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense. When you're seeing a very strong downtrend like this, everyone that has bought in this area here, literally not the start of this year, the start of last year, or the end of last year, sorry, around September sort of time there. From there, obviously, we've been crashing down pretty badly. So you can see everyone trying to have some sort of exit strategy around this area, and that's why we were seeing those horrible wicks coming through on the hourly chart here, guys. So yeah, I would I mean, we are seeing a micro uptrend here, but overall we are still trending down, guys. We have just invalidated a lower high here with this pump, but you can see big correctionary period coming through as well. And to be honest, it's a very fine example of a Mount Everest climb, guys. We know, the OGs know here what that means. You know what that means. When we're climbing Everest in a parabolic motion, guys, we know about Everest, big mountain, right? Biggest mountain in the world. So yeah, what we're looking for here is consolidation, guys. We want a bit of consolidation. We want sideways range here for another leg up. If we don't get that, guys, if we don't get consolidation, we're going to retrace. Naturally, we will. We will have a retrace. We'll have a probably a big sell-off. I've seen charts go parabolic like that and then sell off right back down to the entry point before the parabolicness. So yeah, it's a very, very important thing to be looking out for there. Ideally, what we want is a nice probably 4 days of consolidation, and then you can be talking about another leg up, right? That's going to be the ideal sort of scenario here for Polychain Monster. But yeah, overall, I would say pretty strong downtrend here. Now, another thing I would say, I do want to get through to a few more requests here, but one thing I would say is going to be, this is obviously the lower high. You've invalidated that lower high, not quite candle body close, but you have got over that in price. So what we could be looking for here is the start of a new uptrend, right? And that's what I would be looking for in terms of these areas to be looking out for. It is going to be something along the lines of these, just going very roughly, guys, because I want to get through this very, very quickly. But yeah, you could be looking at some sort of uptrend here. So ideally, what you want to see here is either consolidation, as I was saying, for Mount Everest climb, or a higher low being set, a nice strong higher low, and then breaking this high again, right? That's going to be the ideal sort of scenario for the continuation here, George. But yeah, that's going to be a PMON summed up. I'm just going to leave that on the chart and see what's good. Let's move on to VeChain for Chris. VeChain. What an interesting chart we've got here, guys. Interesting chart. Just stretching my foot. Getting cramp. I've been smashing the gym. Keeping that health up. Resting heart rate's down at like 50 now. Pretty insane. Yeah, so obviously, guys, we've got a symmetrical triangle chart pattern here. And we've got a little bit of education coming through here, because you can see it's quite interesting stuff here. You can see what we've got here. I'm pointing at the chart there. You can see what we've got here. Symmetrical triangle chart pattern. You've got a level of support coming through here. It's just a very fine example of getting coiled up towards the end of the chart pattern, right? You're getting coiled up towards the end of the chart pattern in terms of price, and it basically means the measure moves, they're tiny. They're not going to be very, very big. Is it going to be worth the time? Yes and no. But what that does tell us is, when we are coiled up and we are at the end of the chart pattern, yes, the move will be smaller in terms of the breakout scenario, but it basically tells us that there is going to be the chance for another chart pattern to be basically had here. And the chart pattern I would be looking for is going to be some sort of ranging scenario coming through like so. And you can see this is the range that we are now playing in. Like so. You can see the resistance on the top side here. You can see the support on the lower side here. It's been tested multiple times here. So what does that tell us for VeChain? It basically tells us that there is going to be a breakout scenario coming through here. And it could be money, profitable juiciness coming through. What I'm on this morning. But yeah, this is what we are going to be looking for. And guys, if you are new to the channel, I do stream every single day, Monday to Friday. It's going to be the last stream of the week. But yeah, I might have some videos coming out over the weekend for you guys. Thinking about doing like an altcoin of the week or something, and I'll go onto their website and do like a breakdown or something like that. I think that'd be quite cool. Yeah, I think it'd be quite cool to do something along the lines of that, right? But yeah, let's have a let's have a look at two potential breakout scenarios here for VeChain. We know it is a parallel channel, guys. We know it's pretty parallel here. So we can break up or down here. So yeah, it's definitely some information that we can be using. 10% to the upside coming through there. Oh, I'm trying to have a drink and it's not working. Everything's off. Yeah, 10% to the upside, as you can see there. And obviously you can see this measure move to the downside as well. That's going to be around a 9.99% there. Definite areas to be looking out for there in terms of a short position or a long position, right? Still quite undecided on which way we're going to go. Hence the level of support coming through here, and hence the level of resistance coming through here, guys. So yeah, that's what I would say about VeChain. Definitely something to be looking out for there. I'm probably going to be marking this on my list and reviewing this probably on Monday to see how we get on over the weekend. Where's my pen? To get one of my new ones. Yeah, so let's have a look at that. Let's write down VeChain on the list there. It's definitely going to be one to watch today, guys, for a nice breakout scenario there. So yeah, interesting stuff, right? Interesting stuff. Let's do what is next? What have we got on the list? Let's have a little look. Sam speaks straights on the stream. I see on the stream there, bro. Gains, money, paper, cold hard cash. You know why we're here. We're here to make money. George, DCA, take some profits, don't sell the whole bag. Let's have a look. Do LSS. Should we have a look at LSS? Do not spam. Spamming, you'll get timed out. Yeah, we have a 3 spam rule, guys. 3 spam rule. So you can request your altcoin 3 times. Any more than 3 times, you're gonna get timed out, I'm afraid. Just to it's one to so I don't lose track of the chat, because if you're all spamming 24/7, it's gonna be one pretty hard to keep an eye on the request and obviously make it fair for you guys as well. And two, I think a lot of people find it annoying. Yeah, anyway, LSS, lost less. Well, that's not a very convincing name to start. Not great. So yeah, we're going to jump on the macro here for this. Obviously, the longer term time frames here. We did obviously have a humongous pump back in October. Did very, very well in terms of percentages for that pump there from the low to the high there. So around goddamn 1,590% there. Pretty insane gains there. Now, pretty much from there, you've been trending down pretty rapidly, right? And this is absolutely fine, absolutely healthy. After pumping up nearly 1,600% there, after pumping up nearly 1,600% there, you're gonna see retracement, guys, and that retracement is around 78% there, which isn't the worst scenario in the world, right? What I really want to see here for lossless is a reversal, right? This is where we can do a Fibonacci retracement, right? Because you can see here we're on a very, very strong downtrend, right? It's for you, Siddhartha. I see you, man. We're obviously going to go from swing high to swing low here, and this is going to be the Fibonacci retracement that we are going to be looking for here in terms of invalidation, in terms of having the reversal here of this downtrend, right? You can see the 50%, the 0.5 mark is there. So I'm just chasing a fly. It's very annoying. You can see this is the area that we are going to be looking for here. If we are going to see a bit of upwards momentum coming through it, and we are going to see the 0.5 area get tapped here and support get formed, this is where we're going to be redrawing a Fibonacci retracement, because we're going to be finding our swing low and then our swing high for a lovely uptrend. That's going to be the confirmation we're looking for the uptrend here. But as you can see, we've got a very nice strong downtrend at this time. In terms of how low we can go here, this is obviously the swing low that I would be looking to invalidate here around 53 cents there. You haven't really even come up and tested the 0.236 there. So if you are going to bounce, hopefully, here's the bouncing point here. And guys, this is a daily chart. It's not going to be happening overnight. So yeah, ideally, you might have a micro uptrend coming through fairly shortly there. Obviously, depending on the fundamentals and stuff like this at this coin. But yeah, overall, guys, I would say you are trending down coming through here. But yeah, let's move on to a new coin. A new coin. Yeah, I would. Man, this fly right now. Very annoying. Yeah, let me do some more requests. Let's have a little look. Salam Sadiq. I think he can't see my messages. It's not that. The thing is, man, when everyone's requesting coins, I just look at the chat. I don't have time to read the names. I just look at a coin and go, right, I'm doing that coin, and then I read the name. So yeah, I do apologize if I miss your request, guys. I do try and get them all. I do try. JG, and it's better if you only request one at a time rather than like a list of them. If you do a list of them, the likelihood of me going through that list is fairly unlikely, because I want to be fair to everyone else. So you're better off just requesting one and doing it like that, right? So yeah, I'm gonna have a look at JGN there for Salam Sadiq. I like that name, Sadiq. We've got what have we got? We'll do a CoinX. Is it CoinX? Yeah, CoinX coming through there. This is choppy. It's choppy. Hopefully I'm on the right chart, mate. But yeah, this is very choppy right now. Very, very choppy. Is it new? It's not new. This is really dreadful. I hate to say it, worst chart of the day. I'm sorry, man. Worst chart of the day. We're setting lows continuously, really, really bad. You've got the lower highs coming through from this high. Strong lower highs here. Lower high challenge. Whoop, that's a bit ski. Whoop. Lower high challenge here, but no. Absolute rejection. Breaking those lows yet again. Really seeing these lows really settle in here. So yeah, really quite awful, I would say. It's not a winner in my book. It's really not a winner in my book. In terms of a Fibonacci retracement from here, we could do something along the lines of this, right? And that's going to be something along the lines of that. But yeah, there's obviously the daily chart, guys. So yeah, it's really, really, really quite bearish here, I would say. Really quite bearish. In terms of the shorter term timeframes to be looking out for there, in terms of the shorter term timeframes to be looking out for, yes, you are on a micro uptrend, but you are this is more of a double bottom, Hadra. It's more of a double top coming through there. So yeah, this is you can see we've got double top coming through there. So ideally, I would see a price target of around 0.1973. That in terms of confirmation for that, I want to see you break this, obviously this level of support here. But you can see this is obviously creating some sort of ranging period coming through here for the shorter term time frame, like so, right? So that basically means we're looking for a breakout scenario either to the upside or to the downside, right? So yeah, interesting stuff coming through there. Overall, macro really quite bearish coming through. What is next? What is next? Let's have a little look. Algo. We got a bit of algo. Algorand. Algorand. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, Algorand. Worst chart of the day. Congrats. Oh, wait. Let's have a little look coming through. Let's have a little look coming through here. Now, Algorand, what have you been up to? Obviously, humongous dump to the downside, guys. We were seeing a pretty strong uptrend coming through, literally from March 2020, right? Obviously, really nice uptrend coming through from there. Unfortunately, we have seen a breakout scenario to the downside, right? Not great, not ideal. But we are on the volume weighted ATR band, which is a good sign. It's a good sign. This is going to be the low that we're going to be looking for a bounce point. If we are going to get there, it's going to be around 80 cents there, which isn't too bad. If we are going to be looking for a trade here, just a trade, not for your hodls, for a trade, a day trade or something along the lines of that, maybe a cheeky swinger, cheeky swing trade coming through there. This is what we're going to be looking for. It's going to be something potentially a bit lower, right? Yeah, I probably would be doing something along the lines of that, right? Because you can see we're trying to get as many touches as possible, guys, and this is why we have a little cheeky trap zone coming through there. And this is usually the no trade zone if it's too far apart, right? So it's definitely going to be an area to be looking out for there. But the main trend line for the chart pattern is going to be this bad boy coming through here. You can see the resistance that we've got coming through from this area. Boom, resistance, 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 resistance. Bear resistance, bruv. A lot of resistance coming through there. That's obviously to the top side here. Let's look at the lower side. Obviously, we do have this swing, the low coming through here. And yeah, there's a few scenarios we could be doing here. You could be doing something along the lines of this, and this is obviously going to be an ascending. It's not going to be an ascending. It's going to be a rising wedge. It's going to be a rising wedge chart pattern. Just threw myself off there. You've obviously got that there. You've obviously got a breakout to the lower side from there. Now you have seen that that actually pretty much play out, right? I wouldn't say full measure move completion, but yeah, not quite full measure move completion, but yeah, you are seeing the dollar is dipping pretty fast. Yeah, we saw the dollar actually do very well yesterday, so that's not surprising, right? Not surprising. We need corrections, right? We need correction. I'm pretty sure the dollar did well yesterday. I had someone on Discord saying like, "Oh, I'm making so much money." I was like, "Yeah, it must be doing well." He was long in it as well. So yeah. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's carry on because obviously this is going to be the level of support that we are looking for here for this trend line, but we can actually move this trend line now because it's new. We've got a new level of support that we can be referencing. Obviously, we still want to be getting as many touches as possible, guys. And you can see this is going to be just going on more wicks here, not so much candle body closes there. This is going to be the area to be looking out for there for a level of support if we do actually come down even further here. But yeah, in terms of a trade here for Algorand, we are looking for something along the lines of this, either a break to the upside or a break to the downside. Obviously, it is a rising wedge chart pattern, guys. They tend to usually break to the downside. So yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff there. Dollar 3.2% in a few days. Yeah, very, very true. Do VRA, good volume. BTC isn't looking that strong. Volume decreasing. Yeah, we're on a very, very key resistance point as well. Very, very key resistance point. So yeah, I wouldn't be too convinced that we're going to have a humongous move to the upside anyway. But if the confirmation I'm looking for BTC is 39.3, that sort of area, right? But yeah, anyway, back to altcoins. VRA, looking good time to buy right now. Should we have a little look at VRA? VRA. To the game. What an interesting chart, little hobbit. Let's have a little look. Let's get rid of all that. KDA, please, lower targets. I will send my link now. It's just a horrible investment last 2 years. Yeah, not the hardest stuck right now. Right. Right here. Right now. Right here. Let's have a little look because obviously all-time high trend line coming down very strong. Very, very strong indeed here. We've got moving averages and they're very, very far apart, guys. This shows the strength of the trend looking pretty strong indeed. ADX all the way up at 37. That shows the downtrend is very, very strong indeed. So yeah, bearish as hell, right? You can see high low actually invalidated here, coming down like so, lower high set, breaking of that low, banging it down like so. I would expect lower prices of around 1 cent for there. For Varsity to be coming down here, obviously just on the macro. If you are looking for just some sort of day trade coming through here, you're probably going to be coming to the hourly here, and then you can be looking for some sort of breakout scenario here. I would say key area, key area, key. Do you love me? Are you driving? Yeah, something along the lines of that. That's going to be the level of support to be looking out for there if we do crash here, guys. Obviously, we have bounced fairly early here. There's not really that much explanation for that, right? There's not really that much explanation for that candle body close. But hey, there is obviously a buyback coming through there, so it's going to be an area to be looking out for there for the future. I mean, in terms of a trade, it does look very choppy. It does look very, very choppy. I would say we do have a clean trend line coming down like so in terms of resistance continuously. So yeah, that's something to be looking out for there. But in terms of finding a real solid chart pattern here, then the spillage is just quite a lot, right? The spillage is quite a lot. I mean, we do have this range coming through here, so yeah, that's probably why we did see a bounce back coming through there in terms of the price. But yeah, parallel channel, falling parallel channel as well, so they tend to usually break to the upside. So let's weigh up that option. Obviously, still speculatively speaking here for VRA. In terms of a target to the upside, could be looking at something along the lines of this. In terms of percentages there, money on the table, 12.44%. If we are going to break to the downside, guys, this is actually going to be a very, 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 very profitable move, right? I'm talking money. Cold hard cash on the table, right? It's going to be big. The reason why I'm saying this, guys, because it's going to be a breakout on the shorter term time frame, and then it's going to be the continuation for the longer term time frame here, all the way down to that horizontal that we were just talking about a second ago, right? And obviously volume weighted ATR on the daily looking very, very more achievable as we talk. Now, in terms of percentages for that, money 10.61%. Good stuff coming through there. Let's move on to another one there. KSM for Simon there, because I'm not sure if you requested it, Simon, but that's what I mean. I just glance over, look at the chart, look at the chat, sorry. And yeah, KSM, I did want to have a look at this today just because it's actually pumped. We're actually up 9% on KSM today. Me, personally, I do have a KSA hodl, guys. KSM hodl, guys. I've been hodling this for, I don't know, a long time now. I was talking about this like maybe 6 months ago, because the supply is really, really quite small. The network's really, really quite good. I think it's actually a very underrated coin. There's definitely some research to be had there, guys. For KSM, I would expect good things for the future. Granted, it's not been the best. Obviously, crypto's been falling off a goddamn cliff. But yeah, right now it's actually doing quite well. Please don't get too excited because we're at a very, very key resistance point, right? Even if we do come up, say the volume weighted ATR went at 183 there, we're going to come back down, guys. We will come back down and we will set a higher low if we are going to actually hold up this this floor that we are trying to hold here. So yeah, please don't just FOMO into KSM because you're likely to probably get wrecked, right? So yeah, that's what I would say about that. But it is nice to see it actually doing fairly well here now, which is nice. But yeah, moving on to ADA for Siddhartha. And then, guys, I think I'm going to call it a day, right? I think I just did like 10 requests or something. But, yeah, ADA. Isn't that a mess? Let's clear this up, right? Let's clear this up. Oh, that's nice. Key areas to be looking out for here for ADA. Definitely going to have something along the lines of on the bottom here. On the top side, you can see we've probably got something in terms of candle bodies here. In terms of reval or resistance, but yeah, it's still very, very choppy areas, guys. You can see it's a bit of a Gordon Ramsay chopping board scenario, right? It's pretty tricky, but there is going to be resistance areas to be looking out for here, brothers and sisters and preferred pronouns, right? Anyway, but yeah, let's carry on to this is the measure move to the upside here for ADA. If we are going to break to the upside there, money, cold hard cash, I would say that's going to be a pretty big move, guys. It's going to be a pretty big move, and it's I wouldn't say it's going to be happening very fast. 6.59% there, straight up to the volume weighted ATR. And obviously, when this does actually happen, that's going to be the key resistance point. Obviously, stagger and take profits all the way up as we go, guys. We know the drill, right? This is going to be the move to the downside that we're looking for as well. Something along the lines of this, still speculatively speaking as well. Volume weighted ATR band coming through as well. Probably going to be holding us up in terms of a level of support there. Now, let's have a look at percentages there. It's going to be around a 7% gain there, guys. So yeah, not too bad. There is definitely money on the table to be taken with ADA when we do see a lovely breakout scenario coming through there. Raylan says, fell asleep. Did Bitcoin hit 100K? No. Unfortunately not, man. Right. I think that's going to be it, guys. I'll do one more request for Steve Starr. PYR. PYR. This is doing well. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Well done, Steve. Good stuff, man. It's nice to see a strong uptrend, especially in these markets, right? Now this is a double bottom scenario, right? And you're seeing basically a buyback coming through there. Really nice. Higher lows being set, higher lows being challenged here, not broken, respected, breaking new highs again. Really quite bullish here for this trend, right? Really quite nice. I would be inclined to do some sort of trend line like so here. And this is on the hourly. It looks like a daily chart or something. This is really strong, guys. Really strong, I would say. And there's definitely going to be another sort of trend line coming up from coming up from here around this sort of area like so, guys. So yeah, it's definitely something to be looking out for there for continuation to the upside here. If this uptrend is your friend, you ride that bad boy till the end. You're going to be looking at higher price targets around $16.17 there. Still, you do want to clear this high, right? Key areas, clear this high. If you clear this high, yes, you are probably going to come up to $16 there. Very nice stuff indeed. But please be aware, if you do see resistance coming through here, volume weighted, sorry, all the moving averages here, the cold up moving averages here are there to probably hold you up in terms of support. If not, you've got the 200 EMA. If not, you've got that lovely level of support of this channel coming through there. But yeah, not too bad overall. So well done, Steve. Good stuff, man. That's a really nice chart, right? But yeah, guys, thank you ever so much for tuning in. I will be back Monday morning for a lovely BTC update and a crypto update in general. We'll be doing loads and loads of altcoins and stuff like that. We'll be reviewing all the trades that we've been looking at this week as well. So yeah, all good stuff. Do appreciate you guys again, and I might sorry, cookies with an attractive mother. I didn't see the request earlier, but yeah, I might be uploading some videos over the weekend, some altcoins. I'm thinking about doing like an altcoin of the week or something along the lines of that, where I don't just do a TA. I dive deep into their like infrastructure and their website and their roadmap and stuff like that. I think that'd be quite cool. But yeah, that's going to be something that I probably will be doing over the weekends, guys. Just to keep the uploads consistent and keep you guys entertained. Are you not entertained? But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I do appreciate you, and I will be back Monday morning. But for now, it's going to be peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester. Bottle of water. Bottle of water. Bottle of water. Or other ones. Juicy. You know why we're here. We're here to make money. Cold hard cash. Stacking those Benjis. Peace out, guys. Have a good weekend, yeah?